Okay, so I got all these boxes. I got a room.
Yeah.
I got some furniture in here. I got all consumables. What do I do next? I sure you start unboxing.
Yeah.
Take everything apart, but what are some of the considerations that come after that step?
Well, through the whole process, we'll have already talked about where you're going to put certain things, right? Because we knew the footprint early on. We discussed the schematic of the lab. Typically, that's how it goes. And
Schematic. That's a good word. I like that word. I like the way it sounds.
There's a couple episodes in a row using SAT words. I feel like we'll just keep that rolling.
Yeah. That was good. That was one of yours. I like it.
Yeah. So I think that is important. You get that schematic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to spell schematic. Yeah, I got it. I can do it. I'm not going to do it live on air, but I can do it.
You don't want to get it wrong.
No, I don't. I probably would.
Yeah.
Anyways, I know what a schematic is, and that's one thing that we do to help. So we know, obviously, if you're getting an end cat in, I think this is a good example to start with. Because the end cat, obviously, you're going to need to have it at a certain voltage, which we would have already discussed the requirements.
Just real quick, an end cat is basically a burn-off oven or an ignition oven.
Yeah, asphalt content.
That lets you know the asphalt content of whatever product you put in there, whatever asphalt mixture you put in there.
Right.
It heats up to a certain temperature and then burns off the asphalt. All you're left was the aggregate.
Yeah.
And then the difference in weight basically lets you know how much asphalt content you had on that asphalt mixture.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I dropped schematics.
Surprise myself sometimes.
Yeah, well, that was good. That was good. See, I think one of the things that we need to focus on with certain types of ovens is ventilation.
Yes, very important. We get sometimes. It creates a challenge, right? Sorry, I was trying to get the words right. Yeah, it creates a challenge, though, because there's been so many times we delivered these furnaces and ovens, and the ventilation hasn't been talked about, or how you're going to get the air through there, and that's a very good point. But you've had personal experiences trying to get these done right.
Yeah, so obviously the lab is going to have the way that it's built is going to determine where you're going to want this exhaust. Some you could go right out the side of the building. Some you're going to have to go up through the roof and out the roof. But the main thing here is just to make sure that you have the correct rated piping and insulation, so that you're talking about high temps here,
right?
And hot air getting blown out of this, so it's very important. But a lot of this stuff is covered. We just like to mention it on the show so that you know that we got your back.
Yeah, that we know how to do this. We've installed a end cap furnace or two.
Yeah,
and
or 25 or 30.
Yeah, and we've seen all the experiences. So if you come to us, we're just gonna be I've seen this before. This is how we fix it, and that's really good information to have with the person you're buying the equipment from.
Yeah, and when you're talking about setting different things up in your lab, you're going to want them to be very efficient. You're going to want things to be in the right place. If you're doing testing with water, you're going to want to make sure you have a water source close, right? If you're doing rice testing, you want to have a water source close so you can fill your pot. Just everything needs to be efficient and fluid throughout the lab. So that's pretty much how we start. Where are you going to want to be? Where are your amenities in the lab? And then we'll build the equipment out around that.
Right, yeah, and then that's very important because a slow lab doesn't produce as much.
Correct.
So obviously being efficient and being able to push product through and testing through is key for profitability of the asphalt lab.